Your Excellency, the special guest of honor, distinguished invited guests, senior officers, ladies and gentlemen. The display you are about to see is a collaborative performance by the National Council for Arts and Culture, National Troupe of Nigeria, and the Armed Forces and the Police Band, which is coordinated by the Inauguration Anniversary Committee under the leadership and artistic direction of Mr. Opeyemi Alaba Alawe. The performance is composed of cultural troops from the 6 geopolitical zones of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, as well as the Federal Capital Territory, to entertain this congregation with electrifying cultural displays from the various zones of the country. Please, happy viewing. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it may interest you to know that the mass band is being commanded this morning by Lieutenant Colonel A.O. Edoja, and he is assisted by Lieutenant Commander Oluseyi Oduayo Odubela of the Nigerian Navy, Squadron Leader Amos Adeyinka Oludude of the Nigerian Air Force, Captain Kennedy Boa of the Nigerian Army, and Assistant Superintendent of Police Moses Abara. Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we also interest you to know that the mass band this morning is commanded by Lieutenant Colonel A.O. Edoja, and he's assisted by Lieutenant Commander Oluseyi Oduayo Odubela of the Nigerian Navy, Squadron Leader Amos Adeyinka Oludude of the Nigerian Air Force, Captain Kennedy Boa of the Nigerian Army, and ASP Moses Abara of the Nigerian Police Force. Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, making their entrance, as you can see, the aerial masquerade of Lagos, leading the various cultural troops in their traditional costumes and depicting the unity and diversity of Nigeria's rich cultural heritage. Also rolling in for the performance are different symbolical traditional instruments across Nigeria, from the Zato drums of the Badagry people of Lagos, southwest Nigeria, the drums of northern Nigeria, Oja flute of the southeast people, and many more.
Ella, yeah, we are amọ́lẹ́wọ́ amọ́lẹ́sẹ̀ amọ́ tìmọ̀tìmọ̀ létí mọ́rí tìmọ̀tìmọ̀ wọn láwọn ìwọ̀n ọmú kò máa sẹ́kiri òréré àkùtà alágẹmọ yìí máa sábùtà ọmú yóò máa ṣílẹ̀ láyà obìnrin dùgbẹ́dùgbẹ́ òkò ti kú ilẹ̀ ń tẹpa ìtìmọ̀ abọ́mọ yìí kèrèsè ojúlẹ̀ bàbá rẹ̀ àtàwọn àtọ̀gbẹ̀rẹ̀ wọn kò lálálálálálá lóde ètò ìṣúgbó bí àwọn bá yanjú ọ̀gbẹ̀rẹ̀ máa ń ṣàgbẹ̀yìn lẹ́sẹ̀ èmi asásàwìrì ẹ̀wọ̀n balẹ̀ owó wọ́yọ́wọ́yọ́ ilé tí mo wọ ó di ilé owó ọ̀dọ̀dọ̀ tí mo rí ọ̀dọ̀nà ńlá àpótí tí mo fi jòkó wo tó ṣàfihàn bọ́ èrò tí ìlú Èkó ẹgbẹ́ mi sùúrù nù torí kò rú máa ná ní aṣẹ́yanu ní ádámù òrìṣà akọ́mọlẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ìkú akéte ilé ọgbọ́n arọ̀dẹ̀dẹ̀ máa já yẹ́sùà yẹ́mẹ̀ ìsìnkọ́lé yẹ́mẹ̀ ìsìnrẹ̀lẹ̀ yẹ́wò.
Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, performing now are the Maliki dance group of the good people of Borno State, representing the Northeast geopolitical zone of Nigeria. Beautifully dressed in their traditional attire, all to commemorate the 25th anniversary of unbroken democracy in Nigeria. The Maliki dance group will be performing for a short time in order to pave way for other troops representing the other geopolitical zones of the country. Thank you very much, Maliki Dance Group of the good people of Borno State representing the Northeast geopolitical zone of Nigeria. Please, a round of applause. Thank you. Thank you, well done. And making their way to the center stage at the moment is the Baggy Dance Group of the great Baggy people representing the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, the host city of the seat of power. Please let's appreciate the Baggy Dance Group. They are known to be farmers and hunters. Thank you very much, Baggy dancers, representing the good people of the Federal Capital Territory. Thank you. And here comes the beautiful Ekpendi dance group of the ethnic people representing the South-South geopolitical zone of Nigeria. Thank you very much, the Apollo Dance Group of the ethnic people representing the South-South geopolitical zone of Nigeria. Please let's appreciate the Apollo Dance Group. Thank you very much. Well done. Apollo Dance Group of the ethnic people representing the South-South geopolitical zone of Nigeria. Let's put our hands together for the South-South geopolitical zone of Nigeria as they make their way out of the center stage. And performing now are the Swango Dance Group of the Thief people of Benue State with the ceremonial sound of the Thief trumpet and beautiful rhythms representing the north-central geopolitical zone of Nigeria with their unique traditional attire of black and white, swinging their body rhythmically to the beats emanating from the drum. The Swango dancers representing the good people of Benue State. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, please let's appreciate the Swango dancers all the way from Benue State, representing the North Central geopolitical zone of Nigeria. Thank you, Swango dancers. Thank you. Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, as the Swango dancers make their way out of the center stage, performing now is the energetic National Drum Ensemble, having the fusion of African traditional music and the regimental music with women manning the drums, showcasing the gender sensitivity in Nigeria, as well as dedication and resilience of the Nigerian women. Please let's appreciate the Nigerian women. Thank you. This is beautiful. Please, a round of applause once again. Thank you. And here comes the Hausa Fulani Sayo dancers representing the northwest geopolitical zone of Nigeria. Beautiful. Thank you. the Hausa Fulani Saro dancers. And here comes the Bata dance group of the Yoruba people representing the southwest geopolitical zone of Nigeria. Well done. Bata dance group of the Yoruba people representing the southwest geopolitical zone of Nigeria, thrilling us with their energetic performance, all to celebrate the 25th anniversary of unbroken democracy in Nigeria. And as a make way, here comes the energetic Atilogu dance group of the southeast geopolitical zone of Nigeria, with beautiful acrobatic display. Dancing on their toes, energetically and rhythmically to the beats emanating from the drum. This is beautiful. Please, a round of applause for the Atilogu dance group representing the southeast geopolitical zone of Nigeria. Beautiful, beautiful. Well done. And here we have the unity dance showcasing the unity and diversity of Nigeria, with all the cultural troops representing the various geopolitical zones coming together and dancing energetically to show the unity and diversity we have in Nigeria as a country. And here they are forming the letter D to wish Nigeria a happy Democracy Day. Happy Democracy Day, Nigeria. Well done, thank you. That was beautiful. And here we have the letter N. Wishing Nigeria a united nation. Thank you very much. Thank you. That has been a very thrilling performance by the cultural troupe representing the 6 geopolitical zones of the country. And as they prepare to make their exit out of the arena of display, you can see and hear One Love, Nigeria, my country, the cultural troupe filing out. And as the cultural troupe file out, paving way for the performance by the mass bands, which will be the climax of today's entertainment. Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, please happy viewing. Your Excellency, the special guest of honor, most distinguished invited guests, very senior officers, ladies and gentlemen, please, a resounding round of applause for the mass band as they make their way out of the arena of display. Their performance was at the climax of today's entertainments. And as they exit the arena of display, permit me once again to hand over the microphone to my co-announcer in the commentary desk, Major Paul Abba retired, to continue with the rest of the commentary. Major Paul Abba, please.
Thank you very much, Captain Godfrey and Ebe Abakwa. Your Excellency, the very special guest of honor, very senior military officers, both serving and serving retired, very distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. From the display we saw from the silent squad of the Guard Brigade, the cultural troops cut across the various zones of our great nation Nigeria, and of course the mass band on parade shows, it depicts that talents are there in our great nation Nigeria. It's just a question of taking your time, concentration, discipline, presence of mind, resistance, resilience to achieve whatever one wants to achieve. We have seen it. The cultural display, quite excellent. The drill squad that performed with no audible orders from an instructor or a leader, and yet they did it diligently and very, very resiliently. Once again, a round of applause for all this, please, I beg you. Put our hands together. Thank you. Your Excellency, next will be the unveiling of the largest painted human portrait, and ahead of the distinguished guests at the right rear area of the saluting days is the world's largest human portrait ever painted on canvas. Now the painting measures 64 feet by 32 feet. This remarkable masterpiece was created through the collective efforts of 37 talented artists, each representing one of our nation's states and the Federal Capital Territory, to honor His Excellency the President, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Excellency Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR. The collaborative endeavor not only showcases the incredible artistic talents within our country, Nigeria, but also embodies the spirit of unity, shared purpose that defines us as Nigerians. The world's largest portrait of an individual placed ahead of us, aptly entitled The Symbol of Hope, and symbolizes our collective aspirations and dreams. It is a testament to our resilience, creativity, and the bright future we are building together. This project was collectively initiated by the visionary, innovative ideas of the Artifact Gallery, Best Theatre Company, and the National Council for Arts and Culture. And as we unveil this magnificent artwork, it draws inspiration from similar initiatives that have made a profound impact on the world. Your Excellency, the special guest of honor, very distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, please note that after this unveiling, the artwork will be handed over to the National Gallery of Art to position the artwork for a permanent display of the portrait at a significant location. It is now with profound honor and approval of Mr. President that this magnificent portrait, world's largest portrait of an individual of His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, is unveiled to the world on this historic occasion of year 2024 Democracy Day celebration. Once again, the largest portrait ever painted and ever seen anywhere in the world. Thank you. Next will be the advancing in review order by the parade. Parade Commander, sir.
Praise God. Shout hands. Congratulations! In Ghana, by the top! Quick move!
May I, at this juncture, very, very diligently request the Commander, Guards Brigade, Brigadier General A.A. Onosa, to please request the special guest of honor to proceed to carry out the signing of the Democracy Day Register by Mr. President. The Parade Commander, sir, the Commander, Guards Brigade, sir. Next will be the three hearty chairs to Mr. President. Please remain standing, please. Officers, warrant officers, you should please salute when the hearty chairs have been.
His Excellency, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Grand Commander, President, Commander-in-Chief of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Standing for the national anthem, please. Officer. Rise on your feet wherever you are within the Eagle Square Arena, please. Officers, warrant officers, you should please salute when the national anthem is rendered, please. Thank you. dignitaries may please take your seats. Thank you. After the national anthem, the parade commander, Lieutenant Colonel M.A. Yusuf, now marches towards the salutation days on the horseback to seek the presidential permission of Mr. President to march up the colors on the rest of the parade, thus bringing us to the end of this very unique occasion of the 25th anniversary of our Democracy Day in Eagle Square here in Abuja. Thank you. Listen.
To make them close on the rest of the world. Your Excellency.
Permission very diligently sought there and presidentially given. We want to please request our special guests to please allow His Excellency Mr. President and the Vice President to take their exit before we continue, please. Please, we are pleading. Create the avenue for Mr. President and the Vice President to take their exit before we make our own moves, please. At this juncture, we want to thank one and all for honoring this invitation. On behalf of the Chairman of the Central Planning Committee, Secretary to the Government of the Federation, His Excellency Senator George Akume, and members of the Executive Committee, want to thank one and all for honoring this invitation. Want to also thank the Most High for and joining messages. Thank you, God bless. Joining messages back to your respective institution. Thank you, all Dua. We thank thee. We thank one and all. Thank you. Your compares have been Captain Godfrey Anebi Adapa, the Assistant Director of Public Relations, Guards Brigade.
Also see the unveiling of the last portrait on canvas, which is likely now to end.
And when you look at item 11 here, the remark by Mr. President was actually skipped, and to fall back on a speech he made earlier today, and he made that the elaborate speech, and Nigerians are still, giving interpretation to that elaborate speech.
Absolutely, indeed, it was an elaborate speech. I think it also the same thing he did during the inauguration, where he touches on the past, talks about the present, and then also talks about the future. And if you look at that particular speech today, exactly what the president did, mentioned the heroes, of the past, all those who paid the price for us to have this democracy that we have now. He did also talk about the present, saying that we cannot take what we have for granted. He said we cannot take what we have, for which so much has directly been given, has already been given for granted. And so, he also talked about the future, what more needs to be done.
And it is important to secretaries, directors, heads of the three arms of government, that's the executive, the legislature, and in fact the judiciary, and it was a big success.
Yes, I think that signifies democracy, the three arms of government. Democracy, and I'm sure that is also replicated, across the different states. We are now seeing Democracy Day being celebrated across all states, recognizing it as our democracy day and celebrating our democracy, whether it's the executive, the judiciary, the legislature, all coming together, along with the military. We need to really understand how symbolic that is, to do that along with the military and then have a democracy day. It shows a look. We're a united country, all arms of government are working together. We have a robust, it's still nascent, people still say it's a nascent democracy.
Yeah, nascent at 25.
Well, it's nascent. We're built, the countries that we emulate, whether it's the British Empire or it's the US, they have over 200 and something years of democracy. So that's why people still call it, absolutely, that's why people still call it nascent. And they still have issues. They still have issues. Look at what happened in the 2020 election, the insurrection after that. So they still have their own issues as well.
Yes, it's not a perfect situation, but we are making progress. We're making, and we say never again must we have anything that looks like military interregnum in our democratic experiments.
And thank God for for the commitment, that the military continues to show in this dispensation. We continue to hear them say we will not tolerate anything that would threaten the unity of this country. And the military has continued to reiterate that, how they will clamp down on those who are threatening the very fabric of our unity. It shows that they too, because we require the commitment of the military in that regard, and they've continued to make statements that are assuring to say we are committed to democracy in Nigeria.
The administration of Bola Ahmed Tinubu has taken it a notch higher now from the Buhari's recognition of 2018 of June 12. Now this administration has just declared June 12 as the real Democracy Day.
Absolutely. Well, there are a lot of events still ongoing. TVC News will continue to cover them. There is a dinner. We've had the public lecture. This is the military parade. There is the dinner. Several events ongoing to commemorate Democracy Day, 25 years of unbroken democracy. We'll continue to cover them and bring, our viewer all the details of the celebrations.
Yes, I want to thank you, Precious Amayo. And that's all we have for you at the 25th anniversary parade event, reaching you live from the Eagle Square here. I'm Adili Ozuba.
And I am Precious Amayo. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
From the live telecast, we'll now continue with our regular programs. Stay tuned.